Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our show. And now, your host, the Hero of Wisdom.
What is up, guys? Hero of Wisdom here, and welcome back to Project Demigod. In this video, I am ranking all the powers in Project Demigod and putting them on the tier list to find out which power is the best in this game and which power is the worst. If you end up enjoying this video, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see next, or join the Discord, my official Discord server where you can see sneak peeks on upcoming videos and suggest your video ideas quick and easy. With all that being said, let's get straight into it. There are 10 powers in Project Demigod, and all of them will be ranked in 5 different categories. 1. Creativity and uniqueness. This basically means how well is this idea executed and how similar is it to other abilities in the game. So if the ability is the exact same as a different one with small changes, or it's the exact same as another ability with lamer changes, then it's going to get a low score. Mobility is self-explanatory and also very important in such a large-scale game as Project Demigod. How well does this power help you get around? Is it super fast but hard to use? Is it super fast and perfect? Either way, mobility is a big factor in my personal enjoyment of the abilities in this game. Power is also pretty self-explanatory. How strong is the ability? If it looks cool but it's super weak, there's no point in using it. Usefulness is sort of similar to uniqueness, but the difference here is that it's big on would this power easily be replaced by another one. You'll see more of that in the video, but a lot of abilities seem like cheap copies of other powers that already exist in the game. Finally, fun. How fun is the ability to use? Are the powers clunky? Is the power lame? Do the mechanics work well in a VR setting? For those of you not too good at math like myself, that means that the maximum score any given power can get is a 50. Starting out, lightning. So lightning has all these abilities up here, if you didn't know that you could check here. So lightning beam, pretty simple, dare I say, blade and sorcery-esque lightning attack. There's a lightning jump. If you double tap the jump button, just a quick little boost. If you double tap the grip, you charge up your hand. You can shoot, very loud might I add, beams of lightning. So as far as creativity and uniqueness goes, I'm going to give this a pretty solid 6 out of 10. All of the elemental abilities have pretty similar features, but I do like the lightning beam. The arc is pretty neat. For mobility, the only mobility option is the jump, and it's sort of lame. Your footage is not glitching out right now. That's just how this looks. It's sort of a lame mobility option. There's so many better mobility options in the game. And also, it's based on where you're looking. So if you're fighting an enemy down here, but you want to go upwards, well, sucks to suck, because you're going to go straight down. So for mobility, lightning gets a 4. So let's go ahead and check out the power on the lightning ability. First, I'll try some arcs, and that did more than half of his health. These are some pretty powerful attacks. I mean, once they're in the attack, there's like nothing they can do. I'm gonna have to give it like a 9 out of 10. I mean, it gets the job done. So it's pretty useful. It takes out these enemies quick. And yeah, I'm gonna have to give that a 8 out of 10. Now for fun. I don't know. It's a little slow, and it sort of takes away your ability to punch. Because if you grip your fists, you're just gonna do that. So I'm personally someone that loves the fist fighting in this game, and I want to be able to punch, but then they just fly away. So for fun, I think I'll have to give this pretty simple, pretty easy 7 out of 10. So for lightning powers, there's the final score up on screen, and there it is on the tier list. Okay, next ability, water. So to launch water orbs, hold trigger. And there they go. Double jump for typhoon movement. For water tentacle, I went into my settings and I changed it to the alien setting. So now it looks like Symbiote. And then you also get this dragon, which is sort of neat. So for uniqueness, I'm gonna have to give this a 4 out of 10. I feel like every ability in this kit is just an already existing ability, but a little worse. This is worse webs. This is worse flying. This is just like the worst projectile in the game. Mobility. I'll give this a 5 out of 10. Like I said, the water is just, ooh, worse flight. But there's just so much less control than other abilities. There's about 10,000 better mobility options, frankly. So, 5 out of 10. For power, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for this alone. You can grab instantly, and you can just toss people around. It basically instantly kills every single time. For usefulness, probably a 6 out of 10. Like I said, there's 1,000 abilities that can do what water can do, but way better, way more powerful, way more intuitive. So there's really just not a point in using it unless you're a big fan of, like, Aquaman. Same goes for fun. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Any ability that the water mimics is more fun than this ability. So, it's not the most fun. So, there's the final score for water abilities, and there it is on the tier list. Next power. This one's one of my favorites. This is the growth ability. So the first ability, arm growth. There's 3 stages, including the original size. So the next ability, very Mr. Fantastic, is the stretch punch. It is pretty self-explanatory. There it is. Stretch grab, pretty similar. Only, get ready for this, you're grabbing. Full body expansion. Also, when you're in this state, you lose the other stretch abilities. But I think it makes sense because you are that size. You are the size that your arms were stretched to. And now your entire body is the same to scale. Creativity and usefulness, 9 out of 10. This is a classic comic book ability. Everyone knows about Mr. Fantastic and Plastic Man. This is probably the best recreation of the ability in VR, not to mention video games as a whole. For mobility, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. Obviously, there's the stretch grab, which is a pretty on-the-nose way of getting around. And for what it is, it works pretty well. So, power. Well, guys, I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty freaking powerful. I mean, with some of these stretch abilities, it's basically impossible for enemies to get anywhere near you. I mean, look at me, I'm giant. I'm absolutely giant. These look like toys. What are you doing? Hey, buddy. This is my new Transformers action figure. A 7 out of 10. Usefulness? 9 out of 10. It has good functionality, movement options, fun, 10 out of 10. Some of the abilities are kind of janky, but I mean, I could sit here beating up robots with my giant arms for hours. So, here's the final score, and here's the stretch ability on the tier list. On to the next power. Hello, Mr. Robot.
Hello, Mr. Robot.
Oh yes, I totally agree. Okay, now let's talk time control. Left joystick, click. You alter your speed. For a time beam, double click trigger. For creativity and usefulness, 8 out of 10. What kind of superhero game would this be if one of the most iconic powers in all of fiction, super speed, wasn't in it? Now, if this was an entire speed-based superpowers game, I'd be pretty upset. But it's not. It's based on a bunch of superpowers, and this is pretty sweet. Mobility. You guys, 10 out of 10 on mobility. Are we seeing this? I mean, this is the definition of mobility. For power, 5 out of 10. Beams, they work as advertised. They're stopped. We turn on reversal. Well, there he goes. He's reversing. Pretty interesting effect there. I don't know what happened to his face. I'm not going to question it. Those abilities don't come in handy too much because how often are you so bombarded by enemies you're like, no, slow zombies, please don't kill me. Get back. Get back. All of you, get back, I say. That never happens. Usefulness? Probably 7 out of 10. I mean, it's super speed. You can get around any map insanely quickly, and you don't have to worry about ramming your head into walls if you're using webs or flight. So, I mean, the speed alone is obviously very useful. I mean, I can go anywhere. And fun. 6 out of 10. I mean, it's as fun as it needs to be, but it's nothing revolutionary. 6 out of 10. Okay, super speed. There's the final score, and there it is on the tier list. On to the next power. Okay, next up, Earth Manipulation. Earth Spikes. There they are. Stone Gauntlet. There it is. Stone Uppercut. For creativity, this is probably an 8 out of 10. It's clearly Avatar The Last Airbender inspired, but hey, who doesn't like a little Avatar The Last Airbender? I'm happy with it. Mobility, 0 out of 10. There are no mobility options. Pretty simple, that's how it works. It's super strength, but cool, and sometimes doesn't work too well. Yeah, I'll give it a middle of the road 6 out of 10. It's fine for what it is. Usefulness, 4 out of 10. I feel like there's abilities that, simply put, do it better. I think the most interesting thing that this can do is sort of like block enemies from getting to you. You can put them in little rock prisons because the NPCs in this game are freaking stupid. And now he can't get out until my things despawn. For fun, it's pretty basic. There's not a bunch to do with it. I'll give it a pretty low 4. So, here's the final score, and here it is on the tier list. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to conclude part 1 of this 2-part series. I know, crazy. It ended up being that there was about 2 hours of footage, and I wasn't about to edit a 40-minute video, and I'm sure you wouldn't want to watch a 40-minute video. So, with that being said, if you ended up enjoying this video, leave a like and subscribe, comment down below, join the Discord, you know what to do. I'm the Hero of Wisdom, and I will see you all later. Peace out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night.